Sometimes you just got to roll with the punches. I'm Nate. I'm the FitFutureMD. Upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Check out that free health and nutrition guide in the description below. If you're interested, I lost 30 pounds in 30 days. I'm also the owner of Ensorsale.com. Ensorsale is family. Together we rise up from humble beginnings to help people all over the world with the inspirational messages on our t-shirts. Wear your inspirational t-shirt today. So, this one's kind of called roll with the punches, right? Like, no matter how well prepared you think you are or what the data shows, sometimes you get a different outcome than what the data shows, right? So, yesterday was the first Marlins home game, and they lost 1-0, and that's okay. There's plenty of games left in the season, and we're still gonna get that cup, right? So, or the bucket, chum bucket. But so like for us this year, we're given, we've done so, well enough to give away, start doing things locally, out in the community, and that's definitely a big blessing, right? So it's our first time doing that, right? It's our first time, coming up with signs. It's our first time, giving away product for free, and so, of course, when you're doing stuff for the first time, things are not always perfect in your eyes. But the customer may not know that anything was wrong, right? So, keep that in mind, like, especially if you're like, you have that perfectionist mindset that everything, is going to go perfect. Like, when you start doing events and start doing live things, it's not like, it's not like talking to a camera and can be edited. And, when you make mistakes, like, mistakes are going to happen, and you have to be able to roll with the punches, right? You have to be able to adapt to those problems that you foresee, right? So, for instance, we saw yesterday when giving out our t-shirts that a lot of kids want our t-shirts, right? Definitely wasn't expecting that. Kind of expecting more of the adults to want a t-shirt, right? So, what am I doing first thing this morning? First thing this morning, I'm ordering a crap ton of kids t-shirts, right? So that, on the next giveaway cycle, I am able to meet that need, right? That, the kids would want. I say, and, so that's just, you adjust to what's coming at you, right? Like, you have to be able to be adaptable in your mind, right? And, for a lot of people, that's very difficult, that's very stressful, but that's part of being an entrepreneur, right? And I was listening to a few podcasts today, and, I feel like that guy was, deliberately trying to trip the girl up, right? Because when somebody goes to sell you a course, or, they're promising big promises, a lot of times, they're full of malarkey, right? So I really feel like this person was just trying to trip the person up, but in a lot of ways, Ensorsale is about helping people, about helping your community, about rising up. It's about rising up from humble beginnings. It's about, starting with your mindset, starting with your health, right? It's about, being able to rise up. So that being said, on this channel, on the FitFutureMD channel, which is where it all started, right? I give away a lot of stuff for free, a lot of information for free. And the reason I do that is to, number one, help you. But, I'm not here to sell you the course. I'm here to say, this is how it's done. And if you want me to help you do it, you email me at fitfuturemd@gmail.com, and, I'll help you, right? And I'm not here, charging to help, right? I want everyone to be successful, right? And there will be a time where, I can't take, millions of people at one time, and, that's when I'll probably have to charge something for that, right? But right now, there's no charge for me just to consult with you, right? And so many people are stuck at the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 level, right? And there are ways to get out of that level, right? And, not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur. So, it doesn't necessarily have to be an entrepreneurial way to get out, right? I've chosen to go the entrepreneurial way because I believe it is the faster way, but it's not the only way to get out. And for people to tell you that it's the only way to get out is just wrong, right? So, because you have to know deep down in your heart, you're meant to be an entrepreneur. And just like we were talking about, last night, the announcer, instead of saying Ensorsale, said indoor sale, right? And so I go back to the example from World Envision, right? That's a 13-year-old company now, right? But when they first started, it was supposed to be World Invasion, right? And people kept pronouncing it World Envision, World Envision. Well, eventually they just changed the name to World Envision. And I'm pretty sure indoor sale is, taken, but, it's Ensorsale with an S, but it means, the word itself means to enchant or fascinate. So basically like intrigue you to learn, right? And that's really what being successful is about. If you want to stay the same, then you're welcome to stay the same. But to grow and to do more in your community, to help more people, you have to learn, right? And there's no other way around it, right? And if you watch my stuff throughout the years, like, you will learn and you will become better, and you will reach out to me, and, you will become successful, right? And it'll be your will that will allow that to happen. It won't be because of me per se. I may have given you the knowledge, but you actually did the work, right? And that's what they're really coming around saying now is like, tell people how to do stuff, but then, sell doing it for them. And some people will take you up on it. That's not really what I'm doing right now, but I'm happy to give you the game plan for free, so, but the first two areas are mindset and health. And, so I'm working on the mindset one right now for you guys, and hopefully that'll be out soon. It'll be on the, just add it to the link tree and you'll be able to grab it. And, so, right now I'm seeing that I'm probably going to end up in some sort of property management or ownership of rental units, right? And, because you go from the millionaire path to the billionaire path, right? Once you hit certain levels, and to get to the billionaire path, that requires, a certain level of assets. Well, most billionaires are billionaires in real estate, right? So that being said, I have to find a way to learn to be on that level, right? So that's, what I'm doing. I, took realtor course, and, obviously I want to go find mentors to learn from, in that regard, right? And, most people think realtors sell houses. Well, in North Carolina, to run rental properties for other people, you have to have a realtor license now. So obviously that's, one of the reasons I'm going to get it, because I know that that's going to be the path for me. Like, I'm going to either own hotels, or I'm going to own apartment buildings, or I'm going to own residential houses. I could own commercial real estate, and they're talking about, all that stuff going down and all that kind of stuff, but there's no guarantee that you're ever going to get a crash, right? You might get a slight pullback, and then a tail off. You could get, it could go right back up, right? And they've claimed that, people have been priced out of housing, so they'll end up being renters, right? Now, only the big people will be able to get it. Well, that's where the millionaire model came in, right? Because you have to have a high income so that you can buy and purchase, or buy down the debt, right? So instead of doing a 80%, loan to value, you're doing a 50% loan to value, so the property cash flows, right? And so I digress on that, but the whole point of this video is that things are going to come at you that are wrong, that don't go the way you want them to go. And your ability to be able to pivot and to adapt to things that go wrong, and not see it as this emotional failure, right, that will allow you to be successful. So, in business, you kind of have to take your emotions out of things, and, not necessarily push them down, right? You still have to deal with them, but you have to, and sometimes, and that's what part of the mental game, right? That's why I'm coming up with the mental list to help you, right? Because things are not always going to go right. And when they don't go right, you do your techniques to make sure that you're mentally still in the game, so that you can pivot and be successful. I'm Nate. I'm the FitFutureMD. Shop at Ensorsale.com using the code FitFutureMD and get your 20% off, right? And wear your inspiration today. If you're interested in, getting healthy and getting your mentality right, pick those up in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody that needs it. Somebody in your life that freaks out every time something goes wrong. So share that with them, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.